on live today and chat through boundaries that you need in your business. Now, I know that lots of you watching this will be guilty of always saying yes. I think when your job is to help horses, it's natural to just keep saying yes. Yes, I can come see your horse at 8 o'clock tomorrow. Yes, of course, I can rearrange everything because you now can't do 2 o'clock. Yes, I can do this. Yes, 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 yes. Now, it's great to help. Of course it is. And yes, it's all about the horses. But you've got to have some boundaries in place because otherwise what's going to happen? You're going to be exhausted, burnt out, and not able to help a single horse. So I feel really passionate about this topic. Regret is a bit strong, but one thing I wish I had done when I used to run a really big livery yard was say no to people. I was just like, yes, yes, yes. I accommodated so much. I literally felt like I'd bent over backwards and pretty much cracked my spine in the process. Not a fun experience. And you know what? I really took that on board for future job and future business, that I would say the politest no. No, I'm not the person for that. No, I'm really sorry. I can't come then. I can come then. And actually, do you know what happened? People weren't upset. No one screamed. No one cried. I didn't lose business. I didn't lose clients. People respected me more. So no is a really good one. Right, boundaries that I feel you need. So as I said, learn from my lesson because, oh my goodness, I really wish I hadn't done that. Hindsight's great, isn't it? First boundary, I think you need to really protect, and I would love everybody watching, and those of you watching on the replay, to get out your calendar, your Google Diary, however you plan your time, and start doing this right now. Protect your off time. Do you have any holiday booked between, where are we? Oh, it's just the summer solstice, isn't it? Monday. We're halfway through the year, between now and Christmas. I bet lots of you are like, no. Do me a favour, drag out your diary and book something in. Maybe it's a long weekend, maybe it's a week off. You really do need to have some time off. So schedule yourself a break. That is going to be your first boundary. Second boundary is, when do you switch off? Are you like so many practitioners and officially you're not working? Technically it's the evening. Maybe you aren't writing a report that evening. I know so many people are doing admin stuff in the evening, but perhaps your phone is nearby, and whilst you're watching a movie or whilst you're doing something nice, you just keep diving into your messages. That's not off time. Now, I get it. You feel like you don't ever want to miss a message. You feel like you need to be ready to say, yes, 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 I can help you straight away. But actually, you do need to protect yourself and your energy. Staring at your phone before you go to sleep is like the worst thing you can do to get a good night's sleep. It really is. So what is your boundary around your off time? When are you available to answer messages, AM and PM? And make sure you start sticking to an off time. It's okay to respond to people's messages at 8, 9 PM if you want to be and if you choose to be. It's not okay to be constantly picking up your phone because you feel you should. Do you see that? So I have a boundary, which is generally I don't work in the mornings. I've been doing some work in the mornings in June, and it first felt really weird actually. But that's one of my boundaries. Don't really work in the morning. I might occasionally check some messages, might reply if it's something fast I can respond to. But generally I don't bother in a nice way. I choose to work in the evening. That suits me, and it suits my international clients. So think about your time frames. You cannot be on for like 18 hours a day. Not if you want to enjoy your life and keep going. So boundaries of your off time, and book some time in, your first things. Okay, what about your time in total? Now, we've all got I know you'll all have what I call the I needed it tomorrow client. I needed it yesterday, sorry, client. There's people that are like, message you 10 o'clock at night going, can you come tomorrow? Oh my God, I need you now. Well, we all know that they really should have stuck with regular appointments, and their horse possibly wouldn't be quite so uncomfortable and desperate need right this second. But what are you prepared to do? I know you want to help the horse, but should you have to rearrange your whole diary? Should you have to scratch all of your admin day just because someone needs you tomorrow? Like, are you responding to somebody else's emergency or someone else's perception of an emergency? Because let's be honest, if their horse is that critically uncomfortable, probably is going to need the vet and some medication. Like if they are that desperate, they probably need some veterinary assistance. And as I said, something strong to keep the horse going until you can get there. So don't always feel like you have to be responding to their emergency. Their lack of poor planning isn't always your fault. So think about your time. Think about the distance that you travel as well. That's another physical and mental boundary. Now, I know some of you watching, I just want clients. I'll just go wherever they are. Just do your maths on some of those extra clients. I'm sure, I know there's people watching this from different parts of the world. I'm based in the UK where you don't really have to travel that far compared to the US and Australia, for example. But what is your boundary? Like you will have some kind of geographical restriction on how far you'll travel. So when someone says, oh, can you come, even if it is, I don't know, say you normally travel an hour, just for easy maths, and this horse is 2 hours away. Does it work? Does it stack up? Do the maths. Because if you actually could have treated 2 horses in the time, does the cost to this other client reflect that? People say, oh, I charge mileage. Great. And that's fantastic to cover your fuel and, wear and tear to your car and insurance and so forth. What about your time? What about the fact if it's taken you 4 or 5 hours to go and treat one horse, was that the best use of your time? So boundaries around time, boundaries around your off time, and boundaries literally on how far you'll travel. Now, I'm not against you traveling further. All I'm saying is do your homework, do the maths, and make sure it's worth it. Because I have had so many people say to me, I feel like I'm kind of paying to treat these clients because it's costing me so much in time and fuel to get there. So be sensible around that one for sure. Energy, boundary around your energy. Like, as you guys know, I spent years and years as a riding instructor, and there is only so many lessons that you can deliver in a day with high vibe, high energy, and getting amazing results. Quite often I'd ride clients' horses as well, because there's only so much you can do in a day. And I know lots of you will feel this, that the last horse should get exactly the same treatment, service, patience, enthusiasm, everything as the first one. So just think what works for you around your energy, because there'll be some owners or some yards that you'll feel just like drain the life out of you. So just keep watch for your energy. Are you trying to pack too many clients in some days? Are you guilty of just going, oh yeah, I'll just tag those extra 2 horses on the end of the day? Whilst I understand you want to help as many horses as possible, just have a bit of a guard to your energy, because as I said, if you burn out, if you get so exhausted that you can't look after your own animals, your family, or your existing clients, that's no good to anybody at all. Final boundary, my favorite one I've saved for last, freebies and discounts. Should you give your services away for free? Is it good to give loads free, particularly in the beginning? I was literally just on a coaching call about this earlier. Now, I think free stuff has a place, but I think it should be very, very specific and very, very limited. One of my favorite expressions is those who pay attention. Now, I deliver loads and loads of free content. I love it. Like this. I love doing stuff like this. I really, really do. But would I give away lots of my one-to-one coaching calls for free? No, not at all. I do sometimes offer 20-minute coaching calls for free, and it's benefited loads of people. But it's like it's on my terms. No one expects me to do that. And this is what I would suggest the same with you. When you've got people going, oh, you can just have a quick look, could you? People at your yard, or I don't think I really need an appointment, but if you could just have a quick feel, or just quickly watch me ride and just see what you think. That's just taking up all of your time. So with free, if you want to help people for free, well, your social media posts already do that. If you want to go and treat horses for free, think what is the benefit to you and your business. So I was just discussing with one of my lovely clients about treating horses, the personal horses that belong to vets. And actually, in a discussion with a coaching client yesterday, I think there's loads of benefit in doing that. I really do. You want vets on side, you want vets referring to you, how better to showcase your work than on their own horse? And yes, I think there is a real benefit in doing that for free. But should you just let anybody have free services? No, of course not. And don't let people like guilt trip or railroad you into that. And I've said this before, but don't get like conned, if that's the best word. I used to get this all the time when I was a full-time coach of, oh, you couldn't just help me for a minute. No, it's either a lesson or I'm busy doing my own thing, thank you. And that's a strong boundary that you need to put in place, but I really recommend you do. And the boundary around discounts. How many of you say yes in the chat, in the comments, or if you're watching this in the replay, put it below the video afterwards. Someone said, oh, how much do you charge? Like, what's your services? And you do what I call random discounting. It's meant to be £60, for example, and you just find yourself going, oh, it's 50, or it's 60, but you can have 10% discount. You can have 20% off. Really? Like, why? So boundaries around discounting. You always have people that will want it cheaper. Whatever your price point, you will always be too expensive for somebody. You really, really will. You don't have to give people a discount. You don't. Just think, the more money you bring into your business, the more good you can do with that. By you earning more money, and I'd love you to write a little list of what good that brings you. I'll give you some examples from my own life and business. Some of my big business goals are tied to the fact I have got some really big charity donation goals. The more comes in, not the more that goes out necessarily, but if I hit really big income goal that I'm working towards, that allows me to make a massive donation to Red Wings, and there's another charity I want to donate to. The more money my business brings in, the more team people I can bring on. The more I can pay my assistant, more hours, I can up her hourly rate. So many benefits. I can get our cleaner to work more hours. I can go on. I can support other people with their business, and you can do the same. You knocking off 10 quid here and there helps nobody. It doesn't make the horse feel any better. That person, if they can spend 50, they can spend 60. So random discounting's really got to stop. You've got to be aligned and happy and comfortable with your prices. You really have. Why would anybody want to be the Primark of the horse treating world? There'll always be someone cheaper. And if you look around, there'll always be somebody more expensive than you. So stay with your prices. Honestly, I'll definitely do a whole separate session on prices and money mindset, but you do not have to do that. So set a boundary around freebies. Free stuff has a real use, but do you want to be offering many free treatments? No, in my opinion, you do not. But for those that you do, make sure they're heavily targeted and have clear benefits to you. So boundaries, in summary, you need them. Your time, your energy, your pricing, discounts, freebies, and time off all need boundaries. I would love to hear what boundaries you'll be putting in place as a result of watching this video. Thank you so much for your time, everybody. If you've got any questions, as ever, stick them in the group. Final point I wanted to just mention was the 7-day retreat is so soon. It is starting in just under 3 weeks' time. It's totally free. I will be doing training for 45 minutes to an hour every single day, 1 p.m. UK time, from the 12th until the 18th of July. And I can't wait to see you all there. I'm so excited. Please vote in the poll in the group about what competition prize you'd like. It's going to be a really cool competition we're running as part of the retreat. And please make sure you've signed up for the retreat. That will just make sure you get the information delivered and you don't miss it in the group. So just make sure it comes to you on email as well. I will stick the sign up link in the group as well. And I wish everybody a very happy Wednesday, and I will see you all very soon. Take care. Bye.